I think people get tattooed because, there's not a lot of real stuff left in the world, and it's all like the 24-hour news cycle. Nothing lasts. With tattooing, it's blood, it's pain, it's permanence. When you get that needle in your skin for the first time, you have to be there. You can't just call it in. You have to sit there and take the pain, and then sit there and heal it, and then you got to live with the consequences of your action. Good morning. Welcome to the East West Podcast with your host, Horisumi. Today is Saturday, November 15th, 2025. So, it's been a while since I've done a show. It's been pretty busy, flat out, and just lots going on. So, I just had some time now. I'm trying not to make shows just for the sake of shows, as I say every time, but I got some stuff going on now that I'll share with you. I'm off to Melbourne to do the Melbourne Tattoo Convention, the Australian Tattoo Convention Melbourne episode, early December 5th, 6th, and 7th, I believe. So I'll be there, I'll have a booth, I'll be tattooing, and I'm also going to do, I think, a talk on stage, and I'm bringing a photo exhibition of mine with me, 20 large-scale tattoo photos from the Sanjay Matsuri that I took over the years. So they'll be on display when you walk into the convention hall, which should be pretty cool. I'm very excited to share those. So they'll be, this is our first time showing these photos. They'll follow the convention series around, but the first time they'll be on display is in Melbourne. So I'm super stoked about that. And yeah, so the show should be good. If you're in Melbourne and you want to come say hi or buy a shirt or grab a hat, come to the booth. If you're in Melbourne and you want to get tattooed, I might have a little bit of space for a one-shot tattoo. Send me a DM or an email and we can talk about it. I'm tattooing a lot of my big clients from Melbourne while I'm there, but I might have a little bit of space. And my apprentice Bonsai might be doing some little tattoos while he's there as well. So that's cool, getting back into the convention thing after taking a hiatus since COVID. And there's a Sydney tattoo show, I believe in June, that I'll be participating in as well, the Australian Tattoo Expo Sydney edition. So I'm excited about that. I miss doing like London Convention and some of these other ones, so it's going to be good to get back into that and see what's going on in the convention world. Other things I've got going on is I am doing, well, some of you might know that I used to do talks and lectures and seminars at like the the Sydney Museum, the New South Wales Art Gallery, the Japan Foundation, the Newcastle Art Museum. Like I used to do all these things, and that was all before COVID, and then COVID hit, and then all that stuff kind of disappeared. We stopped doing stuff in public. So I kind of miss doing that. So I'm organizing one here at my shop. So I'm doing a seminar in my studio on the history of Japanese tattooing and the history of the art and how it all links to ukiyo-e prints and to tattooing and how the tattooing evolved and sort of the history of all that. It's about a 45-minute presentation or so with do a tabori demonstration, show you how the ink is made, and do that kind of thing, and then do a Q&A with myself and my client. And so it's like an information night if you're interested in Japanese tattoos. If you want more information on the history of it, the symbology of Japanese tattoo motifs, things like this. So it's going to be sort of an all-encompassing info education night on Irezumi. So I have tickets for that. The tickets I'm only charging the tickets because I got to pay for the chair rentals in here, snacks, drinks, all that kind of thing. So the tickets are $25. You can buy them on the website at authentic.com in the e-store. Or if you go to eventbrite.com and just search Horisumi, you'll see them. But it should be a good night. I believe Bonsai is going to do a little intro symbology lecture as well. Just talking about, he makes these little videos about what tattoos mean and stuff. So he's going to do a little intro thing like that. So I'm very excited about that. Hopefully some people show up in this economy. We'll see how it goes. I'm taking bookings now for sort of mid to late 2026 for starts. So I'm doing consults sort of towards January, and then new bookings booking in like September kind of thing, I think is what it's going on right now, if you're curious. Other than that, Shop's going all right, and look, tattooing is doing its thing, man. We talk about it all the time. The ebb and flow of the tattoo economy. When I started tattooing, summers were busy, winters were slow. This was the normal sort of routine of it. And we had a good 25-year run of being busy all the time, which was great. Now we're coming back into like this winter season of tattooing, which it also happened in the 80s and the 60s. Tattooing gets really popular, gets saturated, and then falls off a cliff. So you hear all these stories about people quitting tattooing and people I know quitting tattooing and shops closing and stuff. And it's sad. It's just the way it is right now, though. I don't know what the solution is. I don't think that it's going to, bounce back anytime soon. I'm just going to ride the storm. And, I think, for me, I'm just going to focus more on my work myself. I've been, since I opened the shop 13 years ago, I've been businessman here and tattoo artist here, and I'm wearing both hats at the same time, a lot of the time in the shop. And so I want to get back to just wearing the tattoo artist hat for a while. And, as much as the shop needs to run, it's a big machine, there's a lot going on. I want to take a little break from the stress of running a business and just focus on my art and my work and try and maybe paint a little bit more and that kind of thing. Just focus on what I love, which is tattooing, right? I like running a shop and stuff, but it's fucking stressful, man. It's stressful, and interpersonal relationships are difficult at the best of times. They're even more difficult when you're dealing with artists, you're dealing with egos and creatives. And, you butt heads with people and you have a lot of conflicts. And, and as a business owner, you're always the asshole. If you're the boss, everyone fucking hates you. Everyone wants to talk shit about you and everyone wants to fucking make you the bad guy, right? So there's not much you can do about that. It's just the part and parcel of being the boss. But it's very different from my role as tattooer and stuff like that. So I just want to take a little break from being the boss, right? So we'll see how that all goes. All right, guys, just a short one today. I just wanted to share that stuff with you. Come check out the seminar. If you're interested, if you're in Sydney, it's not to be missed. It'll be cool. It'll be a good fun night at the shop. Like I said, you can buy tickets at on the website at authentic.com in the e-store. And if you're in Melbourne, come see me. I'll have some cool stuff for sale, or just come say hi and shake my hand, whatever. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, look, I've got an interview coming up soon with somebody, hopefully, if it pulls through. So we'll try and get a couple more episodes here and there when I can. And if you have some ideas on topics for episodes, drop me in the comments or the DMs, and I'll see what I can do. All right, guys, I hope you're well. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.